our ICT expert and our engineers. We're going to take a break and say I have an opportunity to welcome the president and have him say a few words, and then we'll go back into our work. All right, everybody give me attention. Clap if you get your man. Clap one. Clap twice. All right. So again, are we live? Are we back live? Okay. Tell me when you're live. All right. In the meantime, Mr. President, welcome. Thank you again. We have been here trying to get people warmed up and just say we are planting the seed for a very tree that will be growing here in the halls that have been dedicated by the African Development Bank. The Development Bank actually created this building, I think, for occasions like this, because what this is about is developing a community of practice, which is transdisciplinary. You have ICT people, we have one lawyer going to be space lawyer, right? Possible space lawyer. We have Mama Brainhart, who is going to be the project manager. The young lady here said she has no interest in space, but her expertise in mental health might be useful for NASA as they begin to train astronauts. And we have a journalist. My princess Pink refused to give us any information about herself, so she be the mystery lady. Probably have to call her Moon Mystery Woman. And we have our mini astrophysicists. There are those three ladies, young ladies. We have a space medicine person here and astrophysicist in the making. And those young men are saying they don't have any wish to participate. So I'm leaving them together dust. Moon dust as they play games. Ready for me? So we have been live for some of the morning, and what we've done, sir, is we have, first of all, made it as interactive as possible, having them think about how they see themselves in space 10 years from now, and we have a gamut of things. But the actual exercise they're working on, so the ICT group is imagining 10 years from now, there's a Nigerian astronaut, but the communication style from the West and what people want to hear from the West is very different from what Nigerians expect to hear if it's a Nigerian astronaut on the moon. And so they're designing some kind of application that will allow the Nigerian astronaut to send news back home the way that Nigerians expect them to communicate. Because we can't assume that the public will be happy without that connection and that content, given what the government have been spending to get the astronaut to the moon. And the engineering group are going to begin the design process of what it would take to actually build a spacesuit to put a Nigerian astronaut on the moon. So that 10 years from now, we don't have to buy a spacesuit from any other company. We have acquired the skills ourselves. So that's what we're doing. Are you ready to go live? Are we live? So we are live, and thank you for joining us again if you're live. And if you're just seeing this 2 weeks from now, please share it. We are here in Abuja in the hall of the African Bank donation to the African University of Science and Technology, which is one of about 6, I believe, Pan-African Centers of Excellence put into place by the AU as part of the AU 2060 agenda. And we have been joined by the President, Dr. Azikiwe. I love that name. It sounds like a Jamaican song. Azikiwe. Azikiwe. I don't think that's the actual word, but it sounds like that. So I'm going to make up my own song about that. So Dr. Azikiwe, teacher, I'd love you to say a few words. Thank you again for hosting us. We're delighted. And please come and give us a few words of blessing on this occasion. Give him an applause.
Thank you. And I would like to welcome everybody to this event. I saw her dancing when the name Azikiwe was mentioned. And I would like to ask the kids, who is Azikiwe? The very young ones. The first president of did I hear that one? The first president of Nigeria. That's a good one for a kid of that age. It so happened that at the time I was born was when about, I think, just a year before Nigerian independence. And so Azikiwe was a very great politician at that time. So I guess my parents decided to give me Azikiwe as my middle name. So that's part of our history as Africa. I'm really delighted to be here with you this morning. With what I can see, this is really great. Space technology, when you look at it, people think it's, sometimes when science becomes difficult, people say it's rocket science, or something is easy, people say it's not rocket science. But really, the idea of space may be a little bit high in terms of science, but listening to you, I can see that people need to understand that the idea of getting into space, it's not just about taking people to space and so on. Listening to you, we can see that for you to really design and build a space application, for you to successfully build a space application, there are different professionals that are involved. Just like you said, lawyers, engineers, even nutritionists. I'm sure the kids will ask, how do they eat? There is no toilet in space. And so what kind of food do they eat? So that throws up another challenge, that you don't need to eat the kind of food we eat on Earth in such a way that after 6-7 hours you want to go to the toilet. And so that also brings in food scientists and so on that just extract what you need in such a way that you don't even need to go to the toilet and all that. So it's almost every professional is involved in space applications, not just the technology one. So I would like to see space application just like what the military has done to the world. You know that most of the technology we use today actually originated from the military. While they were trying to solve military problems, they developed systems that eventually find applications in civil applications. And so that is why it's important that our kids learn about space technology. Here at the African University of Science and Technology, we take this very seriously, because anything we see that can enhance the ability of our children, young ones, youths to understand science and technology, we go for it. And this is why in 2017, 2018, the university started the space program we have here for the first time. And today, the university offers master's and PhD programs in 4 areas of space applications. 1 is aerospace engineering. 2 is systems engineering. The systems engineering group are the people that see everything, putting all this together into one application. And then, of course, you have GIS and geoinformatics. And I think the last one is space physics. This program is being run with the National Space Research and Development Agency, which is an institution of government that is not far from here. And we run these master's and PhD programs using the facilities that are there at the space agency. Beyond that, the university is also thinking in the direction of bringing down some of these programs to the undergraduate level. So in the next 1 or 2 years, you will see that we'll be offering bachelor's degree in aerospace engineering and the related fields. Yes. Thank you. And I believe these are all done in such a way that our young people can begin to understand what happens. I remember once, even at my age, I think I was in California, Hollywood. And part of the fun we went to see was how these space movies were done. I think one good example we had was Spacewalk. And I didn't believe, but I now saw physically in Hollywood how they simulate spacewalk. I remember one of us volunteered to be the person to do the spacewalk. And we also saw how he was, trying to walk in air. And then watching it when you are in space, where there is weightlessness, there is zero gravity. And so it's not like now that I'm stepping on the ground. So these are all important in our understanding of science and technology. Because if you're able to understand space technology, there is no other technology. Because for you to get to space, you need all the science and engineering and technology that you can get in different fields. So I'm really glad that our partners are here and you've chosen to, or rather you find the university worthy of partnership in such a way that we can do greater things with you. And I believe that when we do this, and hopefully with the continuous support of organizations such as Africa Development Bank, World Bank, and so on, we'll be able to do what we need to do. And that is to make space technology available to young ones. So I want to thank our partners in this, and I want to welcome all the young ones that are here. I'm sure some of them are here for the first time, but these are the future that we have. And so the earlier they get embedded in science, the earlier they get embedded in technology, the better for all of us. And I hope and believe that in the near future, they will become students of this university. Are you going to become students of this university? Okay. This is where you meet other Africans, not just Nigerians. If you're a student here, you are going to meet students and even lecturers from different African countries. And that is a different scenario. You meet lecturers that are from different countries, but in US, in Canada, in France, teaching especially the postgraduate students. And then, of course, you be able to have that African experience. Thank you very much, and I would like to welcome you again.
Thank you. Give him a hand. With Mr. President, we have a little gift for you. Take a picture.
Oh,
All right, so could you open it so they can, well, it actually looks like this. And then show the back.
Okay.
That's the right size for you, sir? Yes, good size. All right, and the back so the camera can see it. All right, and here are partners, and here is African University, and this is the lab AUT Inspire Innovation. There we go. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you again. Thank you. All right. What you want to do?
Okay, so everyone, thank you so much, President, for this wonderful opportunity, and for gracing us with your presence too. So right about now, we want to do the inauguration of the Space Club AUST. Part of the arrangement for this program was that Space Clubs AUST is going to be inaugurated. We're going to have the Space Clubs in this university. So I would call on the president once again, please, and then
Inspire?
yes, yeah. And then Mr. Kingsley from AUST Inspire and the executive director. So yes. So I think we'll just do a handshake on that, inaugurate the club. I don't know if we have any of the club members, the potential club members here. Okay, so yes, let's just spread out a little, please. Let's just spread out a little, please. Yes.
So what I discovered when I was trying to get started with the Caribbean Space Society is that universities often take a long time to get projects or curriculum into the program. They have to go to the board, they have to go to the Senate, they have to go to the government agencies to get approved. So what we try to use using in the Caribbean, which we're doing here, is while we wait on the protocols to get everything in the government and in the institution, we can get started right now with the Space Club. So with the blessing of the president and Mr. Hindley, Sovereign's Age Inspired, we are happy and pleased to say you guys are going to be the foundation members of the AUST Space Club. Give us a hand by being here on UN International Moon Day as the global government ambassador for UN International Moon Day. I am excited, privileged, honored, excited, everything. And it's not just for engineers and IT, it's for the lawyers, it's for the business people, it's everybody. Because Nigeria is working, all of you to work in a transversal way to get this done. So congratulations on taking this brave move. I want to thank you, sir, for helping us to do this. And I want to thank you, my brother and my brother, Elder, and who else?
Yes, and Minister, we have a representative from Space Club Nigeria. He's representing. So there's a group called Space Club Nigeria. All the space clubs in the different universities in Nigeria came together. So he's representing them. So I think maybe just a handshake or something.
Good everyone. First, I graduated this year from University of Nigeria, Nsukka, a graduate of the law faculty. Yes, I'm a lawyer. So I would say I'm very much impressed with what I saw happening here. We started Space Clubs Nigeria last year. Though in my school, first started the Space Club, that was far back in 2022. We had gone for an international competition on Manfred Lang International Space Fleet. So when we came back, we were beaten terribly in that competition. So we realized that we didn't have enough technical knowledge on Space Club. So we decided to set up the club so we can address some minor issues there. So with time, we realized that we are only limiting ourselves to the legal aspect while we have departments that we are also very important in our space pursuit. So we then decided to establish the Space Club UNN back then. Then subsequently, at last year's African Space Generation Workshop, all the space clubs in Nigeria, we kind of got together and then formed a group amongst ourselves. Then the vision of the Nigerian Space Clubs was born. So we started attempting actively to establish clubs in a lot of schools. So what we usually experience is that when we try to establish club in a particular school, it's always a problem because we don't get enough support from the schools. And today I've seen something different, even the president of the university here itself to inaugurate. So please let's give a round of applause. And for that, I'll say it's encouraging. And I will take it back to my day, my faculty teaching, when I also said that this is the new schools that are coming up with challenges almost every single year. That we need to take a step further, right? Wow, I'm impressed. Thank you very much for the foundation you guys made for us at UNS. We are still keeping that up. So I want to encourage you guys very well. It was never an easy step for us back then. I know it's not going to be easy, but however you guys decide to hold your probably weekly meetings, your monthly meetings, always know that, however, whatever little thing you guys are doing at the club might be the difference between sending a Nigerian man out there in space or we being behind in the entire space race. So you have to understand that that's the body rests on us, not on daddy, not on mom. It's on us. If we are going to take a bold step and say in 10 years, in 20 years, this is what Nigerian space program will look like. Those little things, is it a meeting? Is it organizing small projects? Is it writing a paper? Is it trying to attend conferences or participate in debates? Whatever little thing it is, that might be small little difference that changes the whole space of Nigerian space program in the future. So I want to encourage you people, you guys are not alone. We are Nigerian Space Club, we have schools like Federal University of Technology, Akure, Babafemi Awolowo University, we have the University of Lagos, Lagos State University, and a whole lot of other universities, including the Air Force Institute of Technology. So a whole lot of other universities. And recently, we also added the University of Jos in the schools that now currently have active space club. And monthly, we organize Nigerian Space Club webinar, where we interact and discuss on different topics and also assess performance of different schools. So before I leave today, I'll get the contacts of whoever will be the president of the club, so I can always keep you guys engaged in what we are doing. I want to have international conferences coming up, whether from the State National Advisory Council or any other international organization. We also reach out to you guys, so you guys will operate with us on the same scale. So let's understand that it is for us to bring space in Nigeria, it's for us to take Nigerians to space. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Please go ahead with the picture with them. Thank you very much. So I think with this, we have officially inaugurated the space clubs. A round of applause, everyone, please. Then the next thing would be us going ahead for the breakout rooms. So I'm sorry. Yes, we're going to stay here for the breakout rooms, and then the activities are going to be given to everyone. So I will indulge your participation in the activities. This event is not supposed to be a long event. It's a time for us to come learn together as space enthusiasts, and then to go home, come tomorrow, celebrate the moon and the lights. So thank you very much, everyone, for your participation. Okay, the president wants to say something.
Yes, I really want to thank you, thank our mommy and others, and the executive president, executive director. Is it? Yes. Okay. And the president. I'm really excited. He said he just graduated from University of. That's the same university I talked to you about. Yeah, I graduated from that university in 1982. So you can see and so if you graduate from that university, you are called a lion. So he is a fellow lion. That's why he's roaring. So I really thank you for this, and I'm really excited. This is one of the drives I have in running this university. Rather than normal student union activities, I encourage students to form clubs, science, technology, innovation clubs in different areas, and then exert their energy towards this. And today we have quite a number of such. The most active, in my own estimation, in my own assessment, currently is the SPE Club. Is anybody here in SPE? That is Society of Petroleum Engineers. And recently, one of them won a national award. The kind of competition you are talking about, they competed with other universities, and this club in the university came first position, led by one of the young ladies we have in petroleum engineering. And I believe that this can continue, and the impact this has on the young ones, you cannot imagine. Leadership, this is how it starts. And so I want to encourage the young ones. Today, we are trying to form clubs like these, clubs on United Nations simulation, clubs on climate change, thematic-based clubs that help children to learn. We're also working on having, of course, we already have a coding club. We have another club for drones and UAVs. Recently, I personally led a team that went to see one of the greatest companies in this country in the area of robotics. And we're again working with them. That is the Unicorn Group that actually launched a humanoid. in their company. And so it's a context of what this club. And I don't know who the interim president will be. I don't know if you are going to work on that. So I'm going to support them with everything I can to make sure that they work. And so by the time you meet through Mr. Kingsley, we'll work out a small take-off grants that we can give them to be able to start as a club.
I just feel so full of excitement because AUST, for me as a Jamaican and a Garveyite, is probably the combination of my Garvey dreams of being in a Pan-African space and helping to see the future. So I have nothing but high hopes, and certainly meeting you as one of the founders of the Space Clubs Nigeria is important because this is exactly what we need to do. Everybody's doing their own thing, but you're heading in the same direction, and that will make a difference between success with limited resources and failure. And so one of the things I will pledge to do as soon as I embed myself in AUST, move on. As soon as I embed myself in AUST, I'll be helping to drive the Space Futures Lab here and making sure that all the universities that have space clubs are able to work independently, but at the same time, work collaboratively to serve some of the systemic Nigerian, continental, and global problems. Because you guys can't stay small. In Jamaica, we say you can't small up yourself. You have to big up, all right? So I'm excited. Thank you so much, Mr. President.
So thank you so much, everyone, once again. I think we can all proceed to our seats. And we're going to have the next session, which, it's the activity session. Instead of breaking out, since we're quite small, we'll just stay in this room. And then afterwards, okay, so the next activity is starting, and then after the next activity would be the debate. And the debate would be between SGAC, that's the Space Generation Advisory Council, and the National Society of Black Engineers here in Nigeria. So I think the next thing that will happen is the previous activities that we're doing, continuing. However, we have just 30 minutes to finish it. Afterwards, we'll be giving a very fun hands-on exercise to do, and then we indulge our participation. Thank you very much. Just talk about yes, we just talk about
Who does things?
some new
Just ask them if we can put them into a group. All right, so you guys can go back to what you were doing. And then we're gonna have a presentation. I think we do the presentation. I want you guys to present. So the ICT group, just continue working on what you're doing. The engineers keep on working on what you're doing. And we want to hear from you what you came up with, okay, please. And the young ladies that were writing the story, we could finish up your story. Yeah, so we can hear from you. You're presenting.
How much longer?
I don't know what time the debate. What time is the debate? What time the debate starts? What time is the debate starting?
It starts by exactly 2:30.
What time is it? Starting when? 1:45. Okay, so we're going to give you 20 minutes. 20 minutes, 15 minutes to finish up. 15 minutes to finish your story, 15 minutes to finish your design, and then you present. Okay? So the presentations will start, what time is it? Okay, the presentation will start at 1:20. Okay? And be prepared, gonna have 5 minutes to present. So we can have time for discussion.
When you present in your story, you have 5 minutes to talk about your story, or tell your story. Oh,
Okay. Always.